So lately I've been going into yoga studios and going in for a practice, and it feels more like Pilates. And there are times I've gone into Pilates and it feels a little bit like yoga. These two practices often get confused or may not even get the respect that it deserves. And so I will share the differences between the two in this three-part series. So, in this first series, we will talk about the Pilates practice. But before we do, let me introduce myself. My name is Tanya. I am a certified clinical yoga therapist, yoga instructor, Pilates, as well as a wellness facilitator, where we're elevating your mental health with the therapeutic practices of education, yoga, and Pilates practices. I had to think about it for a moment. My goodness, where did that go? Anywho, let's continue on. We're going to start with Pilates. So, this practice of Pilates was actually founded by Mr. Joseph Pilates himself. And this practice started in the early 1900s. It started as a studio called Controlology. So Joseph Pilates actually went through his own ailments and challenges as he was growing up, dealing with rickets and asthma. And so for that, he wanted to really work on himself with breath control, supporting his asthma, and supporting also the postural alignment, the spinal alignment, as well as strengthening the core, the abdominal muscles. And so that's what we see in Pilates, focusing on breath and synchronizing the breath with the movement. Also, the control of the movement. It's all about the control and strengthening that spinal column and really finding this deep core action and strength in those core abdominal muscles. And so, as he was creating this practice, guess what? He actually was inspired by yoga and martial arts, just to name a few. And so he started his studio in the space of New York, in the state of New York. And because it was positioned closely to a dance theater, then it started to attract some of those dancers and, well-renowned, Broadway workers, and they wanted to explore this exercise. So I hope this kind of give a little bit of insight into the practice of Pilates. Stay tuned for episode 2 where we talk about yoga. All right, I'll see you there. Remember to live abundantly, love your authenticity, and radiate organic happiness. But most importantly, live a life of no more trauma. Bye.